10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Man, in his infinite desire to learn and gather information, has developed many scientific methods to aid him in this process. The original goal of the space program was to place a man on the moon. It later became a most intense form of gathering weather information through the eyes of orbiting satellites. These orbiting masses of electronic genius constantly feed an ever-changing weather picture to computers on the Earth. Large banks of computers are programmed to analyze weather information and to feed out a complete and detailed report of the current weather situation. And highly qualified technicians are called upon to operate radar screens in order that we may know in advance of any approaching weather fronts. All across the country, weather bureaus have been established to sort out the millions of intricate pieces of information that are, in turn, given to highly experienced meteorologists. All of these technological advancements are extremely useful in predicting short-term weather patterns. However, when man is seeking a truly accurate, long-term weather forecast, his eyes must leave the sky in search of the seer of seers, Punxsutawney Phil, the great weather prognosticator. What do you think of Punxsutawney Phil?
Oh, I think he's a pretty good guy.
I think they should be rid of them, all of them, groundhogs.
How do you think the legend got started?
Oh, I don't know how it got started, but groundhogs are a nuisance.
I'm not sure yet. That's why I came to this country to see about them.
This is Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, a small town of about 9,000 people. It's mostly a farming community, but there is a college. It's a town, though, much like any other. They get their water from here, the waterworks. All of the town's power comes from the electric works. But then there's something unique. Punxsutawney is the weather capital of the world. It's here that once a year on February 2nd, a creature called Punxsutawney Phil comes out to predict the weather for the next 6 weeks. The big question is, will he see his shadow or not? I'm Jan Von Uffel, and the ceremony of Groundhog Day is coming up.
So far, the weather's been great, and I hope he misses the shadow tomorrow.
How do you think the legend got started?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't born up in this area. I came from back in Schuylkill County.
I've known him for years and years. When I was a little girl, he talked about this. And my mother and father had told us about this groundhog seeing his shadow. We lived on a farm, and our ground weeds in the groundhog.
There are many stories and rumors of how Groundhog Day started, but no one knows better than Charlie Earhart, president of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club.
Legend of Punxsutawney Phil and the Punxsutawney Groundhog's weather prognostication all started in the early 1880s. At that time, the early German settlers who came here to Punxsutawney from Europe carried with them the lore of the hedgehog, of the sun shining, and 2 winters within the year if the sun did shine on February 2nd of each year. So as a result, these German settlers band together in the early 1880s, and they would go up Gobbler's Knob Hill, which it is named now, but in those days it was just a hill outside of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. And so a newspaper man, Clymer Freese by name, did notice these people functioning in this manner, and so he joined them and band them together and gave them the title of Punxsutawney Groundhog Club.
How did this whole legend spread across the world?
Certainly people want to know what the weather is, and so people therefore follow Punxsutawney Phil because of his outstanding extreme accuracy.
Why in the ceremony do you wear black suits and top hats?
Well, that was a innovation of my immediate predecessor, Mr. Sam Light. We feel it just adds a little bit of dignity. After all, we're going up the hill to talk to the king of the seer of seers, Punxsutawney Phil, the oracle of Gobbler's Knob, the seer of seers. weather prophet par excellence, so we dress the occasion.
Charlie, thank you very much. I can see by your knowledge and spirit that you're very involved in it, and you seem like the perfect person to be running the show. And you're not alone. There are a lot of other people who are in equally good spirit and looking forward to this event. Hi, where are you all from? What are you all here for? All right. Do you come up here every year?
We've tried 3 times, now we made it.
So this is the first time you've gotten up here. What do you think so far?
Well, I'm very happy with it so far. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow morning.
Why not?
Oh.
I'm
a sissy.
Have you ever seen a groundhog before?
Oh, yes, we live in the country.
What do you expect from Punxsutawney Phil?
Nothing.
Do you?
I think he'll sleep right through.
We all forget is that Punxsutawney Phil is, you know, in spite of all the rumors you hear, this dear old woodchuck is almost 100 years old. Yes, it is true. It is true.
You know that for a fact?
Yes, I remember.
Does anybody else remember back that far? Is this a special group that's gotten together? Are you in a club or what?
This is the Old Timers Hikers Club.
So you're really prepared to trek up to Gobbler's Knob?
Indeed we are. As a matter of fact, this is a world-famous group. Not that we're world travelers, but we do get around.
Do you think Punxsutawney Phil will see a shadow?
Yes, he will.
What about you, sir?
Indeed he will. Yeah.
Anybody think he's not going to see a shadow?
No, I don't think so.
Does anybody remember a time when Punxsutawney Phil has not seen a shadow?
Well, we came up here for Groundhog Day. We're gonna have a ball. We're gonna have a ball. We're gonna sing for all. Well, we came to town for Groundhog Day. There's lots of fun for all down at the Groundhog Ball.
Stick around to see the old Punxsutawney storyteller after this commercial message.